We help business owners win disputes. Who are those disputes with? Well, regrettably, most frequently those disputes are with the people you should be able to rely on the most, and those are your fellow director shareholders. In a preceding video, in an accompanying video, we talk about what happens if you find your business partner has taken all the cash out of the bank account or has frozen the bank account. In this video, we're going to talk about what happens if you're locked out of the IT. Now, pretty much just about as disastrous as being locked out of the bank or the bank account being frozen. Most companies, or a lot of companies these days, really survive on the software that they use. So all communications are done through email, and a lot of the confidential information, such as client lists, maybe even the intellectual property, saved on cloud services. Access to those cloud services is based on people's authorizations. Really, you need to be an administrator. Often people come to us and they say, I'm not the administrator of the IT, my business partner is, and he's locked me out of the cloud services, so I can't get to the confidential information, can't get to the client lists, and also now he's stopped my email. Now, let's think about that. That is a catastrophe. You can't do your job, you can't represent the company, you don't even have the contact details for the company's customers. Why is this being done? Well, it's obviously being done by your business partner to exclude you completely from the business. Maybe there's a further agenda, maybe he or she just wants you out of the business, or maybe they are prepared to do some kind of deal to buy your shares, but that's going to be at a much reduced cost because basically they've got you very firmly on the back foot. What can you do in those circumstances? Well, you can apply for an injunction that will compel the dishonest business partner, the one that's excluded you, to give you back access to the cloud services, to the email, maybe indeed to give you access and exclude them at the same time. If you can show that they're acting against the interest of the company by excluding you or other directors, then maybe you can get not only access for you restored, but also them excluded if they're not to be trusted. Now, that's absolutely crucial, isn't it? That gives you back control of the business. It's likely that you're not going to want to stay in business with this person for very much longer because they're obviously completely dishonest, don't want to be in business with you and have been trying to rip you off. But if you control the company, then you can look after your investment and you can negotiate some kind of settlement with them. If not, you can take them to court to recover the money from them for their breaches of duty. How long does it take to get an injunction? Well, the first thing is if you do want an injunction, you have to act very quickly. How long will it take? It depends on how complex the issues are, how many documents are involved. I would say at least a few working days. You then have to go to the court and you're in the hands of the court as to when you can get a hearing. Maybe it will be the next day. As happened to me just before Christmas, it could be a couple of weeks. Nevertheless, I think an injunction is invaluable in circumstances where you're completely excluded from the business, and getting an injunction can be very powerful and is a very strong statement to getting an early settlement of your dispute. If you find yourself in a situation where you've been excluded from the business, you've been shut out of the emails, you can't get hold of the client lists anymore, then please come to us. We'd love to help you. We'll advise you on your specific problem, see how best we can resolve it in your favour. Getting in touch with us is easy. Please go to the website, press the book a meeting button. That gets you a meeting with me, absolutely free of charge, at a time and date of your convenience. Alternatively, drop us an email, give us a call, and we'll get back to you. If all of that is too much trouble, leave a comment underneath this video and we'll be in touch. Thank you.